Hey, welcome! Today, we're going to talk about a way to completely supercharge your research. We're going to look at one super simple but really powerful tool that can totally change how you find information and, finally break through those frustrating search walls. We've all been there, right? You spend all this time coming up with what you think is the perfect search, you hit enter, you're feeling good, and then bam, no results found. Ugh, that sinking feeling, it's gotta be one of the most annoying parts of any research project. And look, if this has ever happened to you, I really want you to know you are not alone. This is a totally universal experience. It happens to students, to top academics, to professional researchers. It's not you, I promise. It's the system. Which kind of brings us to the big question for today. What's the deal? Why does it feel like you and the database are just speaking completely different languages? Well, the answer really boils down to one critical thing. The difference between how a human, understands a topic and how a database just reads what you type. And getting this is a total game changer. So here's the most important thing to get. Databases aren't smart, not in the way we think of smart anyway. They don't get concepts or ideas or any kind of nuance. They are just character matching machines. That's it. All they do is take the exact letters you type and look for that exact same string of letters somewhere else. And this slide really breaks it down perfectly. Think about how your brain works. If you hear the word fatalities, your brain instantly connects that to deaths or mortality rates or lethal incidents. You get the idea. But a database, it just sees the word fatalities. If a brilliant article on your topic uses the word deaths instead, the database won't find it for you. It's just looking for that exact match. And that's the whole secret right there. If you want to speak the database's language, you have to give it a bigger vocabulary to work with. The whole goal is to give it all the different ways, all the different words an author might have used to talk about your topic. And that brings us to our secret weapon for building that vocabulary, the concept chart. This is the simple little tool that's going to bridge that communication gap between your brain and the database. So what is it? I know, concept chart sounds all formal, but honestly, it's just a simple grid. You can literally just draw it on a piece of paper. You use it to break your topic down into its main ideas, and then just brainstorm all the related words for each part. It's so simple, but it is so effective. Okay, so how do you actually build one of these things? It's incredibly straightforward. It's not complicated at all. It really just comes down to a simple two-step process. Okay, step one, you take your big research question and you just deconstruct it into its core ideas. These ideas are going to become the columns of your chart. And then step two, for each of those columns, you just go to town, brainstorming every synonym and related term you can possibly think of. All right, let's put this into practice. Let's imagine your research topic is this big, chunky sentence, the impact of zebra mussels in the Hudson River on native mussel populations. It sounds pretty academic and complex, but just watch how easily we can break it down. See, we can just pull out 4 clear concepts from that one sentence. We've got the invasive species, the location, the native species, and the field we're looking at, like ecology or population changes. Each one of these becomes a column in our chart. Simple as that. Now, this is a really crucial piece of advice. Do not get hung up on making this perfect. Is native mussels one concept, or is native a concept and mussels another? You know what? It doesn't matter at the start. The chart is a flexible tool to help you think. It's not some kind of rigid test. You can always change it later. So how do you actually fill those columns with words? Well, try thinking in 3 different ways. First, the obvious one, actual synonyms. Second, think about related ideas. Things that aren't exactly the same, but they're really close. And third, and this is a real pro move, think of specific examples. And this chart is a perfect example of that third strategy and why it's so powerful. Just look at that first column for anti-bullying programs. Instead of just synonyms for the word program, it lists the actual names of programs, like No Bully or the Boomerang Project. Think about it. An article might only talk about one of those specific programs by name. Without this chart, you would have completely missed that research. So, as we wrap up here, I want to leave you with one final, really important thought. This whole process is not about finding the one perfect search on your very first try. Real research is messy. It's supposed to be. It's all about trial and error. The concept chart isn't some magic formula. It's more like a map that helps you explore the territory. Every single search you run tells you something, whether you're getting warmer or colder, and that is the whole point of the game. So just give yourself permission to experiment, embrace the uncertainty. Like it says here, this isn't about finding clear-cut answers right away. It's all about that process of discovery. And with that, I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Think about a project you're working on right now, or maybe just a topic you're really curious about. Now that you've got this tool in your back pocket, what's the first research question you're going to map out?